Right, episode 7, Gary. Why have we started?
Because I'm not starting, that's why.
That's fucking rude.
How is that
do you
rude?
do a 3, 2, 1? Do you find it
You're not
awkward
meant to
when you're
talk yet to be introduced you. This always happens. Like we're meant to do a big.
I bet you can't tell what one panics when they've got to start an episode.
I hate starting episodes. Ashley, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I actually feel very honoured to be the first female guest. Am I right?
Yep. You are the first female guest. Unless the other two guys decide they want to be females or
Too late
then they were males. You're the first female.
That's so
what
cool.
I was. I know. You should be honoured.
I actually feel like it's an amazing thing that I've been asked on somebody else's pod.
Aye.
Yep.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks.
Tell everybody how I just offended you there. I just gave you that
Right, no, it's actually, we've got off to a bad start.
really bad start.
I said something like, we're talking about age groups, and I went, what age are you again, Chris? And you went, 37.
Yeah, aye.
And you said, what age are you again? You are. You continued the sentence. There's your first mistake. You go, and what age are you? Pause.
Yeah.
Silence is golden.
Aye.
And then you wait for the girl to answer.
Aye.
That's your life lesson, by the way, all men listening.
I was gonna say that.
Don't ever
Yeah.
ever assume anyone's age.
Because you get into big trouble, guys. Big trouble.
Look at
don't you?
his poor wrists. They've just been
More
scaled
so
after
They were
that.
proper discussed as well before this even started.
Can't
didn't
quote
it?
figures, mate. You can't quote figures.
You can't.
Listen, you sitting there, you would have said it as well.
No, I would
Stupid
have.
idiot. Aye, you would have.
Why would I need to
Why
say
you
it when you
thinking
just
you-
made a dick of yourself and do it?
Go
Because
on.
you let me do it.
Me and Paul just sat there like that.
And Paul's
I know,
up
it's
giving
awful.
out big white words of wisdom. Can't even talk anymore. I'm all flustered and everything, man.
You can't. In what world
What
would
age
you
did
say
you call me,
that?
though? I've not even said. You said that. You
I said
36?
I said 35. I said 35. You've gave it
You
an
gave me
extra
two.
year. You're elaborating in a story to make it sound better in your favour. That's
And
what you're doing.
you done that thing that people used to do when they were younger, when they know they've had a shocker and just go, so fuck.
I don't normally do this kind of shit though. I've usually got good partner with that. Like I'll see a mother and daughter and I was like, oh, is that your sister? And all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I can hit out with all that and like carry it off. Whereas I fucked up, right? I'm sorry.
You
I
did.
apologise. Like you're getting a public apology here. I'm very sorry. Right?
You've actually just reminded me of something there, right? There was someone when I first started on Instagram, right, which was like 9 years ago, I think now, probably
hell.
8 or 9 years ago,
Aye.
when you could take a picture and that was enough,
Aye.
Yep.
right? No longer enough. And I remember someone used to go, God, she looks great for 40 in the comments all the time. But it was like a wee, like, I'm
Same
being
person?
a wee bit of a dick, but I'm also saying it in a nice way.
Like a faceless profile or
Faceless
an
profile.
actual...
Oh, God, she looks great for 40.
Oh no, man.
So there we go. You're up there with that arsehole. Well done.
Oh, is that right? I'm in the same category there. I didn't mean it. I just didn't mean
It's
it.
fine, it's fine. I think because my kids are a wee bit older as well.
You're
That's
dead
a bit,
mature.
yeah.
I think you're a dead mature person.
Is this getting worse?
Fuck's
Is
wrong?
this getting worse?
What are you making a noise for?
What is
There in the
happening
corner?
here, man?
He's going to start
Fucking
saying
sorry.
things like
Do you want me just
cougar,
tell
old
you
lady.
just do it? Like,
You can't say, fuck's sake,
I'm
man.
under the cosh here. I don't know how to deal with it. I'll be honest, right? I don't know how
This is
Gary,
why
help
I'm
me out.
here,
You're
though,
fucking- you're meant
Chris.
to be
I'm
my
here.
co-pilot.
I'm here to tell you this is
We
how
got
you
on
deal
really
with
well
it.
today. We're
We do.
pals.
We
Like,
are
so,
pals.
can we start again?
Start again.
You're looking so young today, Ashley.
Oh, thank you so
what have you been
much.
doing? What's your skin routine?
Oh my God, do you want to go through it? It'll take us a long time.
let's go through it. Aye, you're looking great.
Thanks very
Anyway,
much.
so introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do.
Well, I'm Ash and I'm on Instagram as Mama Reid. It's one of the ones, right? You know when you're younger and you make a email address and it'll be like wee sexy kitten 123 at gmail.com or whatever, and then you're away to do your CV and you're going, maybe need to can that one.
Aye.
It's kind of like that, but to be honest, people literally will like see you in the street or whatever and go, "You're Mama Reid," and
Aye.
it's stuck.
Aye.
Because it all kind of started with like basically I had a baby, obsessed with the baby. Sick of putting it on Facebook. Everyone was like, oh my God, here she goes again, putting that baby on Instagram. So I then just started a page for it, and from there it just became like posting stuff about like being a mum and all that kind of stuff, and it's just kind of evolved over the last like 9 years now.
Aye, it's went like, has proper evolved though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been so weird. It's went from like proper baby stuff to then
Aye.
like the kids are older, and it's weird because I remember at the beginning people were like, but what happens when they're like teenagers? I'm like, but the people that follow you are also then going to have teenagers, and like their lives also change, so it's just different.
That's true, isn't it? Aye.
So
Like a
just
journey,
it
innit?
has a journey, so everyone just kind of grows with you, which is quite
Aye.
nice.
And do you think it's all just the same people that follow you, or do you think, like, younger people? Do you get younger people that follow you as well?
Now from the podcast, yeah.
I suppose, aye.
So that's things that, like I said at the beginning, it was
Mm-hmm.
all like just post a picture and that was enough. Whereas now it's like it's the reels, I did YouTube, I still do YouTube, but not as much because TikTok then came on the scene, and then
Aye.
after that, me and my friends, we're voice noters. Do you use voice
Right.
note?
I fucking hate it. Do you?
You hate a voice
No,
note?
I'm not a big fan.
Really?
Well, I'll not voice note somebody back unless like
You do it when you're driving.
grass.
Oh
Fucking
my
grass.
God, yes.
You do.
Why grass me right in?
You do.
All right, I do. Fucking what they gonna do? Nothing. Right.
So fuck.
So I'll do it if
I like that attitude.
Like,
that's it.
but I will text back to a voice note, which I think makes it more uncomfortable.
Yep. Because then it makes someone almost feel like they're the only one that's naked.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's like my voice is there and nobody else is.
It's weird.
It's weird.
But I think so I get a lot of like messages through Box Fresh and people send a voice note. How you doing? I'm going to this blah blah blah. And then I'm like, I'm not fucking sending a voice note back to you. Like,
Stranger.
aye, I'm trying to be pure professional and be like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we can sort that problem out for you, no bother. I don't sound like that.
Well,
gotta
they say
say.
you're not really like. Do you know what I quite like actually? Because I remember when you first started like the business, and at the beginning you were like, "What camera did I get, Ash?" And you were like wanting to know
Aye.
like how to take pictures, how to do Instagram.
Aye.
The thing that you do that's so great is like your business is you. It's like your face.
Aye.
So people don't really think Box Fresh. That's the place you go to get
Yeah.
your trainers done. It's like
Aye.
that's Chris's bit.
Aye. And that's see when you said that people refer to you as Mama Reid, people they go, oh, Box Fresh Glasgow. Like
Oh,
it's
you don't have a first and surname. You don't have a Christian name. You just have Box
Box
Fresh
Fresh Glasgow. Aye, that's
interesting.
fucking weird. I know, it's mental. But that's
The
what you
folk out
become.
there think that's your name.
Box Fresh Glasgow. Aye.
It may as well
Box
be.
Fresh.
You're
I
there all
know.
the time.
Aye.
I know. But aye, it's crazy. But remember that right back at the start, and I was like, how the fuck do I work all this?
Yeah.
Actually, like, going to help me out
How
here.
did I post a picture?
Aye.
The thing is, at that point, you should have realised the age difference was what it was, because that was quite kind of, antique of you to rope in the younger generation for that.
I like
Actually,
your
I mean-
earrings. You've got nice earrings on today.
Oh, thanks.
Aye.
Everyone's got the earrings, the dupes.
Aye. Yeah, this lighting's really
Well-
good for your eyes as well. Your eyes are sparkling.
Fucking
Thanks.
somebody throw him a life jacket, eh?
Also, but no, he actually knows that the words of affirmation is the only thing that gets us going. That's it. That's it.
Fucking hell, man.
But then we started the
Struggling, aren't I?
podcast, and do you know what it is, right? The voice note thing. So me and the girls, we just always, we're doing stuff. So it'll be like, I'm literally like emptying dishwashers, bang, 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 but with voice note, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, wouldn't it be a good thing if we had a podcast? And my friend Ailey, someone had kind of reached out to her that she knew and was like, I've got a studio space, like why don't you come along with your friend? And we were like, could we really do it, the two of us? And then we got my sister-in-law involved, Lauren. So the three of us together just are very different, a wee bit girl bandy in the way that I feel as if like our personalities are completely opposite,
Like Sex and the City.
a wee bit. So it's like, well, I actually say it's more like Friends.
Right,
So
okay.
Ailey's the Monica,
Right.
I'm the Rachel, Lauren's Phoebe because she's pure clumsy.
Right.
So it's like everyone kind of associates with one of us, which is quite good.
That's mad, isn't it?
I
Whose
know.
idea was it
Just
then?
works.
I don't know, it was Ailey that suggested it,
Right.
because she obviously had the opportunity come up, and then from there we just kind of started in lockdown, and it just kind of blew up after that.
Did you think, even after like going into studio, do you think it would get as big as it
Never.
did, as quick as it did?
Never in a million years, because the thing is, it's just like we're just talking shite.
Yeah.
Like I can't explain. Like we never ever plan an episode, ever. So we
That's
never know how it's going to go. We never really plan topics. Like occasionally I'll maybe go like, I don't know. It's more like now when you meet up with someone, you go, oh, I might tell you, right? Did you see something? That's just the way we work it. So we try and like before we go in, maybe don't speak to each other all day.
Right.
So we've got loads to talk
Aye,
about.
aye.
But usually it'll be like, did you see that on TikTok? Did you see that on Instagram? And then we'll have a wee gab about it. But we get loads of listeners in that write in messages, and they're mad.
Tell us some.
People
tell us
from
some.
Glasgow are
Aye.
honestly hilarious, right? We've actually got a few of them that we've given them their own names, right? So a girl, right? She's actually not from Glasgow, this one. She's from Aberdeen, and we just did a live show there. So
Right.
we did our first show was in Moore last September. That was brilliant, bit smaller. And then we went to the Old Fruit Market at Christmas, which was
nice.
mad. And then we had Edinburgh and Aberdeen just last month, one after the other.
Did you get
weekend
nervous?
after the other. I wasn't nervous for the Christmas one. I wasn't nervous for the first one, but then when I went on the stage, I was like, my hands were shaking like that. But I don't think you maybe noticed it.
Yeah.
Aye, aye.
And then for the last two, it's just different because you're kind of going into like a different group of people. Like we don't realise, right, see in Glasgow, you've got such a niche banter that
Yeah.
not everyone kind of gets.
Yeah, aye.
But anyway, so we did those ones, and one of the girls from the Aberdeen show, she's like a avid listener. She's always like tuning in, sending voice notes all the time. It's funny because you obviously you hear the accent, and she had a story that she wrote in, and it was basically saying like, I had this guy back to mine, and the laugh of the story wasn't actually what she was telling us. It was
Aye.
just a part that she said. She was like, this guy came to mine, and got into bed and all that, and I kind of put it's the accent, right? The accent message, like I kind of put my hands down his pants, and I kind of and I kind of pulled my hand out, and I did the sniff test. I was like, you did the what? I did the sniff test, right?
Aye.
'Cause, I mean, you're not going to put something in your mouth that it doesn't smell very good. You know what I mean? That's the way she speaks,
Aye,
right? So she told us a bunch of other stories, right? And she was like, we ended up calling her Pearly Queen because she was like, basically, this guy gave me a pearl necklace, so we just call her Pearly Queen.
Brilliant, man.
Right.
Superb.
So we then played this game in the show, right? And it was like, you've ever seen that they get like two tables and it'll be like 3 or 4 shots, and you have to answer questions. Whoever answers first, you take the shot, and whoever
Right.
finishes the shot, you're the winner.
Right.
So we did this game, right? And it was a bit of like girls overheard trivia. And the question was, we had an anonymous listener write in, and she talks about the sniff test. What name did we give her? And next minute, for the darkness, right, this woman just emerges, climbs onto the stage, and she's like, took the mic, went, Pearly Queen, and it's me.
Is that right? Aye. Outed herself, man.
Just outed herself. And see
Fucking
the amount
brilliant.
of things that she's told over the piece, like the kind of picture she's built up of herself, she does not give a single fuck. It's so funny.
That's dynamite. You'll get her on as a guest, man. That'd be class, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this is it. I think she would end up taking over the podcast episode though.
Fucking hell, man. I always just think, seeing see people from Aberdeen, you know how that fucking still no spicking.
So, oh,
Aye.
that isn't. See that right?
It's so good, man.
That is my favourite thing ever. See if I'm having a shit day.
Aye.
That's what I play.
It's
And you're what is it? You're looking like a knackered
dripping
fridge.
like a knacker. We
Your
play that
hamstrings.
every new start at Box Fresh has got to endure that whole fucking YouTube video.
It's brilliant.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's so
But I
good.
just
Is
always
that a
think
spoof,
everybody
though?
from Aberdeen's like that.
Is that a
Aye.
spoof?
No, I don't think so.
Is that
I don't
genuine?
Think
I don't
it was
want it to
genuine.
be a spoof.
Me neither.
I would. I think like the bit at the end where they're bamming him up. Do you know what I mean? Come round and rub my hamstrings.
We're two strangers. We're still mistaken.
And I can for why. It's amazing, man.
So
it's
good.
class.
It's
Pure
so
inappropriate, man. You put your staff in it.
Unbelievable.
But aye, fucking stuff. I just for that to go for where it's went to doing live shows
Yeah.
is nuts, innit?
Yeah.
I know.
How did that come about then? How did
The
you
live
just,
shows.
Aye.
So DF Concerts, they're like an events company in Glasgow. You've probably heard of them before. And one of the girls that works there listens, and she's like, listen, I think this would be good on a stage. But it's weird, right? Because we're not comedians. I mean, we've had Guy Fawkes on before me, right? Kind of a
Name drop.
hard act to follow, right? But we're not comedians. We're just like three girls just having a laugh, right? So and you like that, we never plan it. So it's just our friendly chat. How do you do that on a big stage? Like, how do you even take that? Like, even some podcasts that go like, I don't know, like the Hydro. I'm like, how do you do that intimate chat to everyone? It's different when you've got like a singer and it's like filling the whole room
Aye,
with
aye.
their voice.
Yeah.
How do you do that on a big stage? So the next one we've got is the O2 Academy, and
Right.
that's on the 18th of October. Friday the 18th of October. Aye, it's a bigger one again. So I think that's like, I think it's like 1,400 people. Aye.
That's scary. Do
Sure
you
it is.
script the live one? I know you say you don't script the podcast, but you script the live one.
You kind of have to
Aye.
in terms of like making it into sections. So
Yeah.
we'll go play that game.
Aye.
But again, it's not like Ailey's going to say this line and I'm going to say that line.
Aye,
It never
aye.
really works like that.
Yeah.
But we actually did a game at Christmas. This just shows you people in Glasgow are mad. We did a game at Christmas that we played, and it was like a kind of supermarket sweep. So we'd say to everyone, right, you need to go underneath the chairs. Don't go yet, but there might be something underneath your chair. So we split everyone down the middle, panto style, this side against that side.
Right.
And it was like two people for the audience. You have to go up the back of the room, run down, grab all the items, and whoever gets to the end, you get a prize, right?
Fuck's sake.
But we get like hilarious stuff. We got like this like sex company online gave us like dildos, and they gave us like bottles, like we got bottles of wine,
Aye,
and
aye.
all these companies just want to be involved in it. So it was great. Tanologist tan and all that. So I think a girl won like a year's supply of Tanologist tan, like really cool stuff.
Nice.
So they all really want to get this prize, right? So anyway, they got all the stuff, and one of the things was a Greg's t-shirt.
Right.
This is random, but we had a thing with what's his face? Spandau Ballet. Gold. What's his name again?
Oh, Martin.
Martin Kemp, right?
Kemp, aye.
So Martin Kemp, we seen him at a Greg's event. Is that not just a fever dream in itself? Martin Kemp
What the fuck?
was
Greg?
hosting a Greg's event, right?
Fucking hell,
So we
man.
went to it. It was mental.
Aye.
Then we seen him. We're like, oh, he's brilliant. So we got all these Greg's t-shirts just because we'd been talking
Yeah.
about it. But we'd lost one, right? So I
Right.
don't know if somebody's been like, I'm going to back pocket that.
Aye, aye.
So the girls got to the end and like, she's got no t-shirt. She's got no t-shirt. And this bird literally just stood up and she's like, take mine.
Is that right?
And
Aye.
she just stripped off in the middle of the place.
What the fuck, man?
Just sat in her bra for the rest of the
Are
night.
these things? Are these? I just imagine them in my head to be like hen nights.
Yeah.
Is it just wild that we're
yeah.
just women lose all their inhibitions and
Madness.
just go mental?
Madness. I remember the Owen Moore show, they said to us that the bar spend at the beginning of that night is the most that they've ever had. It was something mad, like it was at $4.5 grand
That's
in the
crazy.
first 45 minutes before we even went on. So the girls are like, the dads are watching the kids. We're going to go out and get absolutely
hell.
on it.
Did any guys go?
No, some guys do go.
Do they?
We actually have quite a lot of guy listeners, believe it or not. and
That's
they're
mental.
pure into it.
Do you think they listen because they want to see if they're the subject to a story?
I was going to say that there.
Because you stay out a lot of guys, don't you? For
I think there's a lot of paranoia because there's quite a few stories that you can kind of go, I know something similar that happened to
Aye,
one of
aye.
my friends, but it's nothing to do with the person that's just written this in. So you do
Aye.
get people going like, here's that about me. And you're like, no,
Have guys actually reached out and asked?
there's somebody had asked, it was a girl, it was like that. By the way, this pure sounds like something that happened to my friend before. Is that who's written it in? And we were like, no, actually genuinely wasn't, right? But it's like, you don't realise so many people have like shared experiences.
Aye.
Like it's just all the same stuff. But no, it's mad. We've got quite a few guys that listen who are like long distance lorry drivers.
Right. How random is that?
Robert
Aye.
Mugabe. Just watch Gavin Stacey.
That's what it is. Girls overheard in a flashlight. It's
That's
like,
fucking mad. So but they're out driving and
aye,
tuned
just
into
listening
that?
to us.
Do they message you on the page?
Aye, we've had actual like voice notes going like, I listen to you and I drive a lorry and
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
no,
Have
they
you
love
had
it.
any like
Oh, aye.
weird
Oh, aye, we've had some
trucker
weird ones.
messages?
It's funny because some people pick their favourite.
Right.
It's like a pick your player, and somebody will be like, oh, I pure love Ailey. She's my favourite. And then another guy will be like, oh, I pure love Lauren.
Aye.
Lauren's actually a big hit among the lesbians.
Is she?
Oh, they absolutely love Lauren. All our girl listeners, they are got the hots for Lorenzo.
Somebody actually commented.
She's our gay icon.
There was a question that see we put the question box out on the Instagram the other day and somebody said that ask Lauren if she's single with all the
Aye,
emojis
that's
and all that.
right,
And I was
aye.
like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
That was our first introduction to that kind of madness.
That's so funny.
That's nuts.
We
isn't
actually
it?
have a guy, right? And it's funny, right? We were talking about this on our pod as well about how different you guys are. You are just like, your brains are different to us. You just work on a different level. You are quite, what's even the word? You are quite visual. So as in like, you like to see it. You like to see the girls, right? This is for any guys listening. Nobody ever wants a dick pic. I'm going to put it out there. Nobody ever wants to see that. I don't know one single female that's ever went, oh, you want to see this? Unless we're laughing.
Do you get sent
I
them?
was going to say,
Yeah.
a lot.
We've got one in particular who just loves
What,
to
just keep
send us-
sending them?
Oh, he loves it. Loves to send it. Actually, he's got the WhatsApp number now
No way, man.
and he sends them into us. And then
Just off the cuff, like no conversation.
it'll
sends
be
it.
like, oh, I love the podcast, girls. Brilliant show.
Here's a picture
Here's
of
my
my
tagger.
wanger. What the fuck?
That's
But here's
fucked, innit?
here's the best thing though. No, it's funny though because we're just sitting
I
gutting
don't think
ourselves.
that's funny, man. That I don't.
Do you know what's worse?
Do you
though?
not like it? Do you think
Dick
it's
pics?
funny?
No, I'm not really into them.
I'm just-
no,
But
I
then,
just.
but what's going through his head if nobody's replying to him and he's like, I'll get a week and
Do
I'll
you
send
reply?
another one.
No, what we said back before, I think we've done like laughing faces back.
That's
right?
a belter. Thumbs up.
But, but maybe maybe that's encouraging it. I don't know. But there was actually he started to give himself his own name, so he's called himself the Girthy Destroyer.
No way, man.
Fucking hell.
That's fucking mad.
It's like
innit?
that. Lots of love, the Girthy Destroyer.
Wow.
But the best part about that is right. See, whenever we've seen it, I actually wish I had the picture. I've probably got it somewhere. I'll show you after, and you can do what you want with it. But
Gary will take it.
I've just seen a wee comparison here with the Girthy Destroyer. Just seen it in measure.
I love that he's give yourself a name.
Oh,
Aye.
you've got to. He's got to. He's a cartoon character.
It's like a boxer.
But the best part was, right, he sent it, it's obviously like in his bedroom or something like that. The three of us were like, oh my God, look at the state of his furniture.
That's wild,
That's
innit?
the first I'm like, here, somebody needs to send him a wee Pinterest board. He could really be
Aye.
doing a lot with that room. That's a wee bit
hell,
of,
man.
that's an Argos
Imagine
catalogue
he's
for
became
like
his
10
like
years ago.
therapist and all that, and like pure giving him advice, like listen, so tidy up, make your bed and all that. I hate that. See when people post, you see people posting photos like and they're taking outfit posts
Messy
in a
room.
room and their
Aye.
beds are all made
Yeah.
and everything. I just feel like saying, listen,
Are you a clean
sort
freak
that-
though?
Aye, or like bad.
Same.
Aye.
Same.
You probably hear like, the opposite, but I know I like everything. I'll get up in the morning, make my bed first thing in the day, like make sure I like everything dead tidy.
Military precision.
It's
Like it.
simplistic.
Aye.
But I hate that when people post photos in the fucking rooms I coupe.
Or you see a thing on Twitter like, what's the first thing that comes into your head? Like, fucking put that stuff in a drawer, mate. That's the first thing that comes into my head.
It's true, but innit?
It is so
It's
true.
judgy, but it is fucking true. But I think that's wild. Guys just sending fucking dick pics.
It's
like
not
that.
like all the time, but
Aye.
we do have one notable account who
Just
loves to
screenshot
send-
it, fire it in the group
Aye.
chat and go another one.
and have a wee laugh. And have a wee laugh about it.
Mental, innit?
No.
It's terrifying. I would just
That's
take
a
it.
crime now, isn't it though?
Yeah.
100%. I
Is
would
it?
take. I
Yeah.
think somebody was like doing that to my daughters or something
Yeah.
when they're older. I'd be like, is that fucking right? I'd become mental. Mental, man.
I love
That's
that. It's like
wild.
that. I've just remembered that you're 31 now. You feel like my daughter.
Shut
Take
up.
it to heart.
Stop bringing it up, man. No, I
And
feel
you're
so
rent free in
terrible.
his head now.
I know, shame.
I feel so terrible, man. So the like the podcast then and live shows is a in the future that'll go bigger again then?
I don't know. I kind of feel as if sometimes you go, do you want it to be bigger?
Do you?
I don't know. I kind of feel like that with Instagram as well. Sometimes it's like people go, oh my God, are you trying to get to like a certain number? And I'm like, see, to be honest, see, as long as I'm happy with like
Yeah.
who's there and it's like still a job and I'm enjoying it. I know it sounds like pure not all heroes wear capes. I actually genuinely mean that, because sometimes it goes to a point where it's like you can't really control it. Do you know? So I'm quite happy just being in my wee bubble and doing what we're doing now.
Aye. See, you're talking about that. Do you see that the whole sort of Instagram thing? Do you enjoy it? Do you still enjoy it?
Yeah, I do. There was a time where I never. Lockdown was horrible. I feel as if you couldn't move. You literally couldn't do anything. And I was like, it was so divisive. I've never felt that ever before in my life. It was like, even when you were allowed to do stuff, people were like, I can't believe you're choosing to do that. Like, that kind of stuff, quite judgmental. But you're never going to please everyone. I think that's just a thing that comes with age. You just need to not give a fuck.
Aye. Well, that's true. Keep saying that.
Well, there's always going to be somebody that shoots it down. It doesn't matter. Like, we were talking about this in the other episode. I think people go and look for posts where there's like loads of positive things, so they can just go, I'm going to shit on that.
Yeah.
Just so I can say I was the first one to be edgy and say something stupid or...
Yeah. Or what was it? It's like we get some ones, right, because we're just having a laugh, right, when we're doing the pod stuff, and we'll get a few, it'll be like, these three girls don't know anything about the world. I'm like, why is the world getting brought into it? We're just talking shite.
Just talk about your own lives.
We're just having a laugh. Why is the world getting brought into it? So it's like stuff like that. It's quite funny, but it's always guys. Girls never usually. It's always the men.
Aye.
Always in TikTok. Men in TikTok are mad.
TikTok's fucking a cesspit.
Aye. It's bad for that shit, isn't it? That's what I don't like about it. On Instagram, it's more a pain in the arse, I think, to make a fake account into it and then to start trolling and stuff.
Yeah.
On TikTok, it's just dead
People
easy.
just snipe constantly.
Aye.
It's just it's probably mostly guys' wheels as well.
Friday, Saturday
honest.
nights.
Aye.
That's it. People just get a bevy in them, I think, and just think, I'm just going to fucking comment on all these videos. See, at the end of the day, gets your engagement up, doesn't it?
I know, totally. It's
So-
like they're literally sitting in like their mum's basement, one of the ones.
Eating what's it's playing the computer,
100%.
chugging themselves to death. That's in my head. That's what I
pure
think
like
the
off their face and like green monster.
Aye.
That's it.
That's the
Playing
image you
COD.
get of them, isn't it? You're just like, you are 100% a virgin. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But it's
Definitely
that
a
thing
virgin.
of, it's that Scottish thing as well, if people can't see other folk doing all right.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to cut that down a wee bit.
But then
For
see, the
no
thing is,
reason.
see in the podcast, we kind of don't have that. I don't know, see, because you have to fully listen to like an hour. People are investing so much of their time, so generally speaking, they're loving it. But when you do that when we snip it on TikTok, it'll be like not even funny. I'd like to say the other commenters would disagree with you.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? It's,
I know. I like the ones where you read out the messages and then it's the reactions, man. Did somebody know do a joke? King? I'm sure.
James Gardner. Did you see it? It was
I'm sure I said
unreal.
it to Fran. It was real like, I doing all this shit.
But you
And I
know,
was
here's
like,
the
"It's
best thing.
class,
So
man."
James is a great guy, right? I've not actually met him like in real life, but he's friends with people we're friends with, and they're like, listen, he's actually really, really sound. He's a comedian. And I remember I messaged him going like, oh my God, we love this. Like, imitation's the best form of flattery and all that. And he was like, oh, no, this is just like general like podcast. This isn't you guys.
Bullshit, aye.
I went, hang on a minute. I went, at the time, right, it used to be Ailey would sit on one side of the table, I would sit directly across from her, and Lauren was beside me. So anytime Lauren was looking at Ailey, she was slightly turned. Anytime I was looking right across, I was straight. And Ailey kind of looked between both of us. So see when he was each person, when he changed t-shirt and all that, he changed direction of his face. I'm like, you're three people there?
Aye.
That's us?
It was a carbon
Is
copy.
this fucking play about us?
Aye, he's obviously bottled it when you've
Oh, it was so good, but I loved
It was class, but
It was so
you want
good.
a bit of that as well, didn't you?
I
Like,
know.
that's,
What was it again? It's like, my husband has been leaving the heating on when I've been at work. I am sick of his shite. And we were like, oh.
I know, it's the surprise faces. That
so
was the
good.
best bit.
See some of them, but we are literally like, there's a few that we're going, we can't even post that. Like, it's so bad. Like
Is it?
some, yeah. Some people
You
just
should
really
do
don't
an
care.
uncut version.
I know, but then, I don't know. The thing is, you're telling someone else's story, so I feel as if it's like, it's not really cancelable. That's a word.
But see, if they've says to you this has happened, then
That's my story, do you know what I mean?
you can definitely tell it 100%.
I actually was going to see if I've got any funny stories. I think one of my funniest ones that we had recently, right, and I don't know if you've heard this, we were talking about going and getting surgery or like people going abroad and getting like the whole organ thieving thing. Have you seen this?
No.
Right, so people are basically going to like, this is a confirmed thing by the way, not like just a myth. So people are going and getting like, I don't know, a breast reduction in Turkey, some back alley place. They're getting it for like 10 quid, whatever it is. But they're coming back home and then next minute they're like, why are you getting an incision in your back? And they've stole their kidney. Right, it's an actual thing, right?
What?
So Jill, she's the owner of Cosmetic, and she's like, I get people coming back from Turkey to get a scan, like an X-ray, just to double check they've still got all their organs.
What the fuck, man?
It's a genuine thing, right? I swear to God, it's an actual thing. That's how they're doing it so cheap. Like people will go and get like a breast reduction for like 900 quid, but they're one kidney down. And that's how they're recouping their money, right?
That's fucked up, isn't it, man?
Crazy, eh?
I mean,
Terrible.
how do you even get around that conversation if you phone up their customer service? Like, I'm missing a kidney.
Shut down.
But they shut it down. This is it. This is what
Shut
they do.
down,
So
aye.
they'll take a place on,
hell.
they'll make it a clinic, and then they'll do it, and then you go back and it's gone. So we had a story come in, and it was a girl who'd said that she went to, it was Thailand, it turned out, and she went to go and get her boobs done. So she wanted to go and get this boob job, whatever. That was fine. And she gets, like, after you get done, you can get, like, all bandaged up. So she was at the full, like, Tutankhamun, right? She'd been fully, like...
Mummified.
Aye, mummified, right? She'd had a look at them, right? It was going to be like a passive parcel when she got home and see what she got.
Fuck.
And she opened them up, and it was, like...
Opened them up.
Opened them up,
Fucking hell,
right?
man.
Opened them up, and it was, like, it was Barbie boobs.
Is that right? Aye.
Nippleless. They stole her nipples.
Is that the term Barbie boobs?
No, they stole her nipples.
That's fucking
They took
mad,
them
innit?
off, and then they closed them up, and she had no nipples, and apparently her dad was absolutely fucking raging. He's like, I'm going back to get the nipples.
What the
And he got a
fuck,
flight,
man?
and he was, but how's that conversation go?
Aye.
Give my daughter's nipples
Getting
back.
the nipples out
Just
now.
pulls out this big jar of nipples
I know.
like that at once.
But one's your daughter's.
That's mental, innit?
Man.
Unbelievable.
These, see the stories that people go for it. I know a last night went for surgery, ended up with sepsis and all that, almost died,
it's
then the
scary.
flight back home and everything.
Scary.
It's fucking wild, man.
It's like the
Terrifying.
videos you see at the airport, and it's like all the headbands, and like
Yeah.
Aye,
everyone's
aye.
got all the gear on.
We were
That's
talking about that the
wild,
other day,
man.
weren't we? Fucking hair transplants and all that.
That's fucking
nuts.
crazy.
But that's
Apparently, I've
science.
had surgery,
What's that?
according to your
Your
message.
Stop digging me out, man. I never even asked the question. So
No,
right, well, we come to
no.
that then.
Chris did say they put a thing on your Instagram and asked, like, do you want to ask Ash anything? And one of your questions was about my surgery. I've not had surgery.
So it's
I
right.
dubbed a balloon.
Tell us about the balloon. Me and Gary.
Have you seen the video of it?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, it's quite horrible, actually.
I don't want to see it. I hate blood and guts and shit like
So
that.
it's basically you get like it's like a capsule, right? And it looks like a tampon. That's exactly on a big massive cord. And you're meant to, I swear to God.
Gary's wondering what a tampon is. You're going to explain that to him.
Don't try and dig me out because you're having a shock.
I know, I'm
Night.
embarrassed here. I'm embarrassed myself. Sorry.
Oh my God, she said everything else. She says tampon, and I've got red faces. Oh, girl stuff. Oh. Time of the month. Ah, scared. Hormones. So anyway, it's this like, big tablet thing, right? Like
Aye.
I swear to God, it's the size of your pinky, and you've got to hold it. Now I think it would have been easier if I'd have just done it and swallowed it myself. But you've got this guy who's like open wide,
Aye.
and he's put this. Very awkward. It's a very awkward experience, right? Because
It's
you're literally
awkward.
just like gagging there, like things are in your throat. So anyway, I'm dead awkward though. So I then start making jokes and all that, but it's like quite a serious, like clinical thing, and they're all doctors and all that. And I'm like, oh, if my husband can see me now, eh? All that, and it didn't go down well. But the silence in the room, I was
Aye.
going, nobody knows how to laugh then. Nope.
no,
Okay,
man.
great. So you swallow this balloon, right, or this big pill, and then it's attached to a medical line, and then they fill that when it's hit your stomach with like basically just saline solution, salt
Right.
water, and then it expands in your stomach, and it takes up a space in your stomach so that you basically can only eat a certain amount.
Does that just sit there then? Aye?
Sits there.
Fuck's sake.
Aye. It's weird though because you can feel the cold water going into your stomach and then it filling up. It's bizarre.
Wow.
I was sick as a dog for like 3-4 days. Like
I
really
think
not
you
well.
don't bring that up then, no? That's
And
weird,
then
isn't
it
it?
bursts and then it just disappears.
So how long does that stay there for?
4 months.
4 months?
And I
Fucking hell,
lost
man.
just under 4 stone.
Aye, you did lose a shitload of weight, didn't you?
You've lost loads of weight as well though.
I know.
How
I
much
know.
weight have you lost?
I didn't use any of that mad shit, man. I don't even...
You did it the real way?
Nearly 10 kilos, I think.
So
Nearly
wait,
10
no,
kilos.
talk to me in like pounds. What is that?
Oh, I don't know.
10 kilos? That's a lot of weight, surely.
Is that a stone and a half?
No far off it.
I think a stone and a
But
half.
you went like
Aye, but it was on a cut, so it's on a calorie deficit. Shout out to Stay Young Fitness, by the way.
Love that.
Aye, it was 10 weeks, but it was like intense, man. And you've got to do it. Come the end of it, I think I was doing 1,600 calories a day,
Oh,
18,500
that's
steps.
tight for a guy, surely.
Aye, 4 gym sessions and then an hour of cardio.
a day,
No, 4 gym sessions in the week.
right?
But you're fitting all that in, and then you're like
Working
trying to
as
go to
well.
work and
Yep,
everything
yep.
else and deal with veins and all
Yep.
sorts of stuff. It's fucking hot. And like halfway through, you start to become a horrible person.
I know
'cause you're
it's,
getting the energy.
it's the sugar thing as well. It's like
Aye.
we're all so addicted to it. I didn't realise how much, but I think through lockdown, I just kept piling the weight on.
Aye.
I think as well because when I was pregnant with both my kids, I was just sick. I was one of those ones that was like didn't eat for a full
Aye.
year, so the weight fell off me. Then it all went back on, and then it's come back off again.
Aye.
So it's weird. We actually, it's quite nice though. See for you as well, like having before and after pictures.
Aye. It's
Like-
good, isn't it?
I used to just have a full phone of befores, full album of before pictures.
Aye.
We actually had a girl who wrote into the podcast and said that she started a new job and she had to like link her phone up to whatever it was, like the work server or whatever. so she could get all the systems on her phone so she could work remotely and all that. And whatever she did, she thought she was a pure smart ass. She's like, I know what I'm doing with this, blah, blah. She like basically gave full permission for her whole phone and uploaded her entire phone record, like everything, like all her photos, everything. She's like, see the most incriminating part of that. I thought it would have been the screenshots. I feel like on my phone, the most incriminating thing on my phone is screenshots. Would you say the same?
Everybody's the same.
Aye.
100%.
Screenshots are not my, like, you can look at anything else. Don't look at my screenshots. For her, it was all the before pictures. She's like that. I was literally, it was like me and my pants and all that. And my boss was like, we've just seen all your before pictures.
Fucking hell, man.
You believe in that day, wouldn't you?
You believe in
right out of there, man. See you later.
Right.
It's not even that. You know yourself, see, when you know you're going to be doing something like that, you want to stand like the pure evolution of man. It's like you literally stand, the shoulders are forward, the belly's out.
I know.
Aye.
You look absolutely
horrendous.
Shit. Aye.
And she's not got the afters to show. She was like, I'm just raging because that was all my
Fucking
befores.
hell, man.
Oh, man.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's a first day and a half, innit?
I know.
Just wanted to leave that day, I think.
You'd be right out of there, wouldn't you?
Gone.
But before that, before and afters is fucking, it is good to have.
It's the face I notice the most.
Aye.
Although, see, when you go in these cameras, it's horrific.
Do you think so?
Aye, like even when we record, because I think all of us look like moons.
Did
you ever watch Bear in the Big Blue House?
No.
We're Luna.
I
All
don't
of us.
know who that is. Moomins? Is that like the Moomins? No, I've just made that
No,
up.
it's
innit?
a different thing. But then, right, this is it. So, see when you grew up, when did you? What year did you start high school then?
1998, I think.
Shut up.
I'm really old. You're really young.
I wonder if we've got like shared high school. Right, no, because I'm asking, right? I wonder if we've got like shared high school experiences, right? Because you pure grew up in like Ned culture. Right, and so
fucking
no,
hell.
but me too.
I wouldn't
Me
take
too.
offence to that 'cause I like that.
No, but me too. That's what I'm saying. Like,
true,
it's
innit?
it's
I'm a
different. I
fan,
feel like
aye.
all of us did that, right?
Aye.
Yeah.
The Neds, where are they? We need to bring them back.
I know.
What happens at
They're all
schools
kicking
now?
about
I feel
with £500 jackets on now and clobbered at their
this
minds.
is it. Well, you say that, right? I actually remember. Did you ever have a Merapeak?
No.
I had a Bergos.
I had a-
Bergos.
I had a
Oh,
spray
you were a
way.
good boy. Bergos was a good thing. Was that not a Merapeak?
Aye,
Bergos Merapeak?
Bergos. Merapeak was a type of Bergos.
Aye.
You just had the
I had
original.
an orange and black Bergos. Aye.
I remember going to high school, right, and like obviously leaving primary and whatever, and then going into high school, and I was like, oh, this is nice, whatever. Try to be like a St. Trinian, and then
Aye.
eventually it was like, I pure want to be an Ed. Like
Aye.
I've got a pure nice family, like mum and dad, 2 nice people, 2 good jobs. I got a nice house, brother, everything like set up.
Aye.
I just pure wanted to be an Ed. Like
Shelley shoes and all that.
oh, just desperately. I was like, I give me the K-Swiss. I want the Lacoste tracky. Like
Clown chain.
I wanted it all. I wanted
Handbag
that.
earrings.
I had a name chain. I had a name chain. I
Aye.
had the full thing. I was like, please, man, I just really want to be an Ed. Like, try to like calling your mum at her face, but like maw your pals. Like,
Ma.
I'm just going to go talk to my maw.
Aye.
Like, we didn't know how to talk like Neds. Like, we had to try and learn it. It was like a whole new
What school
language
did you go
because
to?
St. Ninians.
St. Ninians? Fucking hell, man. That's mad, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So you were like trying to
Oh,
be
we
like
all
us?
wanted to be Neds. Right?
Aye.
Oh, were you a proper Ned?
I mean, Gary are proper
Aye.
bombs, aye.
Oh, were you?
Aye.
Bit of
Great.
animal, it was, they
Aye,
didn't need to be taught.
That's what we were just talking about with Gary there. We were like gang fighters and all that. Like we are like soaks out the trackies, full blown
Wow.
bad boys.
See, the thing is, right, I actually
Bad
feel like
boys.
my mum and dad were so, like, they were so aloof to the whole thing. And I remember, see, we would have went to, like, a quiz and got, like, the wee short skirts and, like, the
Aye,
pop socks
aye.
and all that. And that was all fine. Dad would be like, oh, my God, I can't believe she goes to school like that. But I remember I've literally never made his day more than the minute an hour I said to him, Dad, I want to get a Bergos, I want to get a Merapeak. And he was like, what a sensible jacket for school. And I'm like,
Fuck, man.
I'm getting a Merapeak. Me and my brother going, can you believe Dad's getting us a Merapeak? This is amazing. He's driving us like that, pure delighted, taking us to
To the
Teesel.
mountain show.
I did. We're like, this is the best day of my life. I cannot wait to get a bottle of Lambrini in this. He's going, that's a great jacket. It'll last you 4 years.
Did
What
he
an
honestly, aye?
investment.
Fucking hell. 'Cause everybody's moms and dads were like, no, you're not getting that. All the bams are wearing
No,
that.
Dad, not a clue. He was like, that is such a sound
Amazing,
choice of a
man.
jacket for school. What a sensible decision that is. We'll get you the fleece insert for the winter.
Proper posh,
We'll
man.
get you the fleece insert. She's got the full rigmarole. It was great.
Fucking hell, man.
I think mine was blue, and Chris's was. I think my brother's was dark blue.
Aye.
But I had a light blue.
They've re-released them again.
I seen
Bergos
that.
have
You've got
re-released
pictures
them.
in your
I bought
offices.
one,
I
aye.
noticed that.
I bought one. And then the Peaky Blinders picture.
What is the,
I love that.
Are they the same as they were like price-wise, or are they mental now?
What were they at the time? I thought they were not 250.
But
Are they
253, I
as
think,
much
at
as
the
that,
time.
mate?
Aye,
Swear to God, I
dear,
think
man.
genuinely. I remember my dad. It's the best £500 he's ever spent in his life. He was
Fucking hell.
delighted.
Nah.
Grin ear to ear. He's like, this is
That's crazy, innit?
unbelievable.
Aye, they were dear.
It's like a uniform. But they re-released it there and it was £300 from Bergos. But Decathlon were doing them at half price for $150, so I ended up getting it for $150.
That's great.
And it's got the inside pocket and everything for the half bottle of tonic. It's so good.
Deja vu.
So
Honestly.
did you used to drink really young then?
I
Aye.
didn't
What age were you when you first started drinking?
I didn't start
Like in the
drinking.
street?
It wasn't until I was older. Because I played football at the time.
My mum's going to go mental. When I say this.
Oh, my mum knows everything about all my life.
My
See,
mum
because she
only
listens
finds
to
it
my
out in this
podcast.
podcast. She only finds it out,
Well,
as you say.
by the way, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be a pure education for your mum.
Aye, 13 I was, I think. No, I tell you, I must have been 12. We went to...
So was I.
What's that caravan place down in... just down at the borders? Dumfries? Have you been there, no?
No, I've not been to that one.
We went there, my big cousin, he went and bought a bottle of Merrydown cider. And he'd a bottle of tonic.
Were you minging?
I was alright.
Were you
I was alright.
okay?
I ended up getting off a travelling lassie.
Oh, lovely.
And I had pure the summer romance with her. On
Fucking
the,
right,
on
my
the,
God.
on the
a
rocks
right
at the
bad boy,
lighthouse.
you ain't you?
Ah, mate, I remember. I was two
One of
lying
the
in a-
T-bars over
We
here.
were lying on a bunker
Summer
in the golf
nights.
course, I know. Get down in the sand. It was so good, man.
Sandy.
Aye.
I love that.
So I was 12. Were you older?
Mate, I no, like 18, 19, didn't he? I think because I seen my older sister get drunk, right, when she was younger and she get caught. And, like, see, when I seen this state her the next day, I was like,
Oh,
fucking Nick of
minging.
you, man.
Shite
No
yourself.
chance.
You're a wee shite bag, man.
Just put me off.
I was 12
Nah.
as well.
Aye, you
I literally,
fucking
by the
got
way,
it.
it was literally day one, school, what we're doing this weekend, everyone's going to get steaming.
Aye.
And we went to the shop and like, mind you, used to just stand outside and be like,
Guys would go in for you, aye.
quite again for us. And the
Aye.
thing is, because we were girls, it was like the pure pretty privilege of going like,
Aye.
don't get me wrong, they got you a $5 bottle of MD and took a score off you.
Aye. Bought themselves fags.
It was they were CEOs at that point. I'm like,
Aye,
they're
it's
literally,
inflation,
this is a business.
Aye.
But you couldn't complain because it was a good time. So, and I remember being that age and going, see, when I'm older, I'm definitely jumping in for people. It's a pure night changer.
Aye.
See all these selfish people, they're going to like ruin everyone's night.
See if somebody asked you at the interview, but you shite yourself,
You
wouldn't
would never in a million years.
Do
There's
you
no
guys,
way.
do people still ask?
Sometimes a day, aye.
I think
Or
you
to
can
get
just, you know,
vapes and all that,
you can
fags and
just
stuff.
do it in Prime or something like that. Amazon right to
I
your door.
suppose you could,
The wee
aye.
dial a
you could.
boost guy?
100%.
I was into the door, I never thought of that.
You really could. I can just get online.
Aye.
But I remember the first time I ever drank, I was literally 12, about to be 13, and it was like just started high school, and we went over to our friend's house, who was like the next kind of like village along.
Village, we started
Village.
schemes.
I know. She was the next village along.
Housing schemes, man.
Went to see her mom. She was the next village along, but her mum and dad were a wee bit like kind of just airy fairy, right? They
Aye,
just would
aye.
never have clicked on. So we all went and got booze, and that was fine. We went outside and we drank it. I got a bottle of MD, like went hard. Bottle of MD and a quarter bottle of vodka and a Fanta fruit twist, and I had a wee cocktail. And I was like, literally couldn't see. Do you remember that blind jug you used to get? You were like,
Doing spinnies. Remember drinking cider?
my
pointing
God,
your nose and spinning
horrendous.
round?
And I remember, like, I think a couple of girls, they just, like, they shut out, so they never drank.
Aye.
But the ones that did, we just were minging. So
aye.
a few of them went up the road, and I remember I went back to her house, and I think somebody texted my mum saying, like, can you come pick me up or whatever, because I couldn't even see. In my friend's house, the way it worked, it was like she had her set of stairs, and then at the bottom it was like the wee kind of porchy bit in the
Aye.
front door, and her dad was a taxi driver, and my dad kind of knew him, but he was a lovely big guy, but just so like not in tune with what was going on. And I remember seeing my dad talking to him, and they were kind of standing at the door, and I virtually just went like arse over tit from the top stair, rotation all the way down the bottom, crawled out the front door, and my dad was like, he knew right away,
Aye,
obviously,
aye.
right? Of how says that. Who's up? Where's she not feeling very well?
For fuck's sake, man.
So
Fucking
funny.
hell, man.
So funny.
People who had parents like that, but they were brilliant because you always ended up going to
That's
their
the
house and
house you-
everything.
that's the
They
house you
didn't
go
give a
to.
fuck. Like, they
Yeah.
didn't
That was your
care.
alibi, wasn't it?
That
But
was
you
your
could steal the
alibi.
booze
Aye.
out of their house. My mum used to be like, she used to smell my breath all the time. I'd be out playing football out the back where she could see me. She's like, let me smell your breath.
Oh my God.
But I remember being a lot younger than my cousins and that hung about with, and they used to drink. They were like, he was like 4 or 5 years older than me, and I would, see, I was like 10 and they were hanging about. I'd be like, they were all drinking and all that, and I'd stick them in because I didn't think anything of
Oh
it.
no, and then you've ruined it for
And then the
yourself.
pure, like, you're not hanging about with us anymore. So they were all drinking hooch and all that. And I was like, fucking, I just wanted to be one of the big boys.
So you grassed them on.
I was a wee grass, aye. Wee fucking idiot, man.
Snitches
Wasn't
get
allowed to hang about with them,
stitches.
I know. But I loved going out drinking.
Me
Loved
too.
it.
It's the best times.
I know. I shouldn't say that. By the way, like the missus said that some of my daughter's pals are like, oh, they've found the Monday Club podcast and all that, and I was like,
No.
aye. I was like, get our parents to
Lock
get
them
that.
all.
Aye.
Lock them all. You have
I
to.
didn't know how to do that. It's like fucking hell, man.
The
Imagine
thing
seeing
is,
this.
what happens then is see when they do things wrong, they'll go,
But you
But
said
Dad,
aye.
you said that you'd.
I know.
And that's it.
And I did a lot of shit wrong when I was younger.
She's away clip more of things you said you've done
Aye.
getting ready.
It's crazy.
Here's exhibit A.
I know.
Exactly.
I love day days, but I would relive day days forever. Like, see,
High school days.
Aye, where the lassies dressed the same as the boys and all that. Like, just
Yeah.
all in track.
What was the ones we used to wear? The Nicholson jumpers. Do you remember that
Aye,
era?
aye.
I've never
Aye.
felt more attractive than in a Nicholson t-shirt.
But you did, but you
Loved
did
it.
it. But oh, she's got a new Gap fleece. She's fucking dynamite.
But
man.
I know.
Baby blue
She
Gap
looks
fleece.
like every other one of our pals,
Aye.
but
Do you
she
know-
looks dynamite.
aye.
Do you know remember as well though when a girl used to ask to wear your jacket and that was like a relationship?
Yep.
your
Or
ring.
can I get your sovereign ring?
Aye.
Aye.
It's got
Aye.
sovereign ring.
Aye.
Pure butterflies in
you
your
would,
stomach.
you would put a lassie's ring your chain.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had a Belcher chain and all that. I was a proper band man.
People
So
used to girls used to always want to wear the rings.
Aye.
And like if you had a new jacket or something.
Aye.
And that just meant you were fucking gone out.
I
Did
know.
you go home and like sniff the perfume off the jacket and all that?
No.
Yeah,
You
no,
did that.
I did that. But I did do that.
Tommy girl.
Yeah, it was not with the perfume enough. It was aftershave. It was what was the stereotypical? It
Cool
would be
Waters, Versace blue
uh-huh,
jeans.
Cool Waters,
or
Jesus,
do you remember
man.
it was White Diesel?
White Diesel.
Oh,
Fucking
White Diesel
hell,
was
man.
revolutionary.
That's
It
because
was
you're
like
really young though. I was a bit older when I had that because you're
White
so
Diesel.
young.
Cool Waters lasted about 8 days.
Cool Waters was
Sprayed
class.
it twice.
Do you ever go back and like buy old perfume and aftershave?
right. So I was in Bournemouth like about 2 months ago now, right? And this wee Italian man walked by me. He looked so handsome,
Aye.
dressed dead smart, right? This is literally just in like a Sainsbury's.
Aye.
And is this quite bold? I just went up and asked him what aftershave he was wearing because he
it's-
smelled. Would you
guy-
do that?
Guy,
Aye.
I would ask a guy that, but I would
Aye.
also I wouldn't ask a lassie. I don't think I'm quite good at knowing what a lassie's perfume is.
Are you?
Aye, quite good at
That's
that.
no creepy at all.
How is it no? I buy my missus a lot of perfumes, so I know, and I go in and I'll have conversations in the perfume places. Say what's a nice one, and I'm fucking.
You
shut
know
up,
you know
Gareth.
your stuff.
I do.
I
That's
like it.
impressive. I used to be able to do that like years ago as well, and that's impressive. You say, "Oh, I like your perfume. That's such and such." People go, "What the fuck?"
How did they know? I know.
Aye.
This guy went by and I was like, he smells amazing, like just dead fresh. And I went up to him and I just said, excuse me, can you tell me what aftershave you're wearing because you smell great? And it was Cool Waters.
Cool Waters, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with. I know I slagged you for wearing Clinique Happy when we first started doing this, but I've got Dupe, the original John Paul Gaultier.
Yep.
And there's
Oh,
some-
the original,
something else,
that
the OG.
is, by the way, the wee, like,
The wee
shake
blue,
bottle.
blue
Yeah.
figure, aye.
Do you know what also, by the way, the original Boss Bottled
Aye,
is
I like
up
that
there.
as well.
That is up there.
That reminds me of my 18th birthday. My mates bought me a bottle of that Goldschlager,
Oh, yeah.
and I got a lassie I was going out with at the time bought me that for my birthday, and that smell reminds me of that because I drank that full bottle in the back of my mate's motor going to the Viking.
But
and
then
it
a
was
lot of these
fucking
scents are
steaming.
still like massively popular, but like
Ah,
younger
aye.
folk now, no?
Aye, but a lot of them, like the ones we were talking about there, you can
Yeah.
get a lot cheaper. But
Yeah.
the Hugo Boss one, they still advertise on that.
Yeah.
They still
Yeah,
advertising
so
campaigns
good. I
for
love
in
that
there.
one.
Yeah.
It's minted, man.
That was like one of the original ones that Fraser used to wear.
Aye.
Like my husband he used to wear that all the time. I don't know if that's like a wee connection thing though. That I go like, oh, it pure reminds me.
But see,
Like,
when you smell something
yeah,
like
yeah,
aftershave
like
or
I don't know. I
perfume,
just,
it
I
takes
just
you back
remember
to-
like,
Yeah.
when I
Aye.
first went out because in fact that was the aftershave he wore when we were out on our first holiday together.
Is that right?
And this is actually weird. I went on holiday with him when I was in 5th year
Fucking hell, man.
for 2 weeks to Tenerife
That's mad, isn't it?
ourselves.
That's quite self-sufficient of you. I would never been able to do that in 5th year.
No.
Two
I wasn't
weeks.
even allowed to go to school in 5th year. I was
2 weeks. I'm like
packed,
that.
man.
I don't know how my mum let that happen.
Aye.
Or
That's
my
mate,
dad.
wasn't it?
Must
I've
have
got to
really
say,
liked
how
him.
did you even broach that conversation?
No, he asked them. It was almost like a proposal.
Right.
Like, would you mind if you
Right.
took your daughter away for 2 weeks? They were like, take
That
her.
doesn't
She's
sound
doing
creepy, does
or
it?
nothing.
Aye. Fucking
Take
hell,
her
man.
for a month.
Aye,
Don't bring her
exactly.
back.
Full summer holidays, take her for.
She's
Fucking
doing her
hell,
head
man.
in. She's like pure prime hormonal age.
That's nuts, isn't it?
I know. Would you let your daughter go on holiday
Nope.
at 16?
Nope.
No, I would
Nah.
never. No.
No chance.
Well, 15? 15 would that be? 15 or 16?
Never in a million years.
That's it. I fear for like what I'm going to be like when I'm older.
Because you're
With
going
the
to be a
kids.
pure hypocrite.
100%. Like, aye. That's the thing. I know every single dodge gone. Like, I was up to all sorts of madness when I was younger, so I'll be like, nah, you're definitely no.
But it's not even
doing
that,
what I
mate.
did.
It's like my daughter will be 15 September. It's,
My God, you
know,
got a 15-year-old.
I've got a 19-year-old and all.
What? You have not.
Yeah.
He's really
You
old,
look
isn't
so
he?
relaxed for a dad of teenagers.
Well, this is what I'm about to like ruin his life here by just telling him what he's going to look forward to. You worry about that stuff, right? But you worry about stuff knowing what you were like as a wee guy
Aye.
because you pigeonhole
Yes.
all wee guys
Yep.
like that.
They're
Yeah.
all the same, though.
So they'll
they're
say
all
to you,
that.
oh, he's such a nice wee boy. And you're like, is he fuck?
That is it.
Absolutely
it's
not.
knowing things. So you've got 2 daughters.
No, I've got a son and I
Got a
don't know.
son. So, well, right, I think that's quite a good comparison to make because you
Yeah.
can always go both sides. But see that, it's the way that you know, like, what is your daughter 15?
Yeah,
That's horrible then because it's your wee girl.
exactly.
Boys
And
will be
but
boys.
I think even when she's 25, she'll
Yeah.
still be like that to me.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll ever change.
No, it doesn't.
That's like you've seen Bad Boys when fucking Reggie
Yeah.
comes to the door.
Yeah,
Who the
yeah.
fuck's Reggie? You know what I
Love
mean?
that.
I will be like that my whole life.
You'll be him.
I'll be like, wee man, get in here. What's your dad's name? But what team do you support? I'll be looking through the full like everything. I will know that guy inside out before he's
I
fucking.
think you'd be
even
really
sat in the
scary to
couch.
meet for the first time.
100%, I will be terrified.
It's because I think you could be quite stary.
See-
No blinking.
Do you?
I think if you, like, do you not think?
What kind of things you going to ask?
Hundreds of things.
Like what?
What school do you go to? What's your fucking shoe
the fuck's
size?
that got to do with it? What school
Why
do you
do
go
you want
to?
to speak to my daughter?
What's your internet history?
Why do you want to
100%.
speak
Show
to
me your
my
screenshots.
Aye, everything.
Like aftershave you wearing?
Honestly, I will. I think my oldest daughter will. She'll know that too. She'll like, don't speak to my dad. I'll be one of the guys. Do not engage with my dad. See, like Meet the Fockers.
Oh yeah.
Is it Jim Burns or something? That's
Yep.
his name.
That's gonna be you.
That's what. 100%
Sitting with the
I
lie
would, man.
detector and that
Fucking
set up.
tapping his wrists and all that. Too rightable. See what you said about me being scary there. See, with Alex that works for me, she started with me when she was 16, and she said that for like the first few months she was terrified of me.
Really?
And I was like, why? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, you're just fucking pure intimidating. And I was
Aw.
like, that's for a lassie to say that about me. I was like, what the fuck? That's fuck. And she's like, you never done anything. She's like, just because I knew who you were and all that. She's like, I thought you were just dead intimidating. I'm like, fucking hell.
No, you're not at all. But I think if you had to like put your foot
Turn
down,
it
you
on,
could,
aye.
you could turn
Aye.
it on if you had to.
I could be a scary guy, definitely.
I think all guys have got that in them.
I think when it comes
Gary,
to
he's a placid, nice guy, man.
no, when
Aw.
it comes to kids, it's
no,
a
that's true.
different ball game.
That's true. But all dads are like that. We've all
Aye,
got
I
inner
think you've got
rage
to be. Aye.
to get out.
It's because you've planned every scenario in your head about what could happen, so you're mentally prepared for it already.
Aye. Like my oldest is she just got a phone, but it's more so for tracking her. But the other day it came up like she's on the move, and the tracker was moving fast. And I was like, she's in a motor. And before it, like the thing had pinged up and it was moving fast. And I was like, fuck this. I was in the motor and
Oh, no.
driving out the street, like to chase the motor down.
Oh.
I was like, well, where is she going? It turned out one of her pals dad had taken them down to Chippy and picked them up and was bringing them
But
back. up pure
logic is
innocent.
out the window.
Oh,
but
100%.
you're all of a sudden you're Liam
I was like,
Neeson.
she's been kidnapped.
You're Liam Neeson.
Aye,
This
I've
is
got a certain
taken.
set of skills and he's
Aye.
copping it. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Aye.
You do?
That girl in that film's really annoying. Have you watched it recently? Why she's about 25? She's running everywhere. Why is she running?
Aye. She could have
Dad,
escaped
and
as
she's
well.
like she runs like she's 5.
Aye. That always happens in movies like that, but innit? It's like
They're
scary
just a
movies, don't it?
conversation like that. Look, you're going to be taken. If that was like a lassie for here, she'd be like, what?
Aye.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Taken where?
Fucking mad, innit? Mad, but having daughters is fucking, for a dad, is scary, isn't it?
Mate, somebody should design a manual. They'd be a fucking billionaire, honestly.
And my dad's pure old school too, but so he's like, everything's just, somebody does something wrong, batter them. Do you know what I mean? That's his,
Your
like,
dad is?
Aye, he's like, well, I would have battered them. Did you batter them? And I'm like, I was trying to be a bit more diplomatic. Well, you should have fucking battered them then. I'm like,
That was so funny.
everything, man. Everything.
It's weird how like the generations change, eh? Like nowadays, let's see like ones that are like maybe like 16, 17, it's all like think about what the other person's intentions are.
Aye,
it's always all that. And
Yeah.
do you see that through work? Like you've got young people that work in your work, haven't
Aye,
you?
aye,
So they're always like they're just dead diplomatic.
aye.
Whereas all
Yeah.
of us were dead offended.
Yeah.
100%.
We all walked
aye.
about with pure
Yeah.
massive chips on our shoulders
Aye.
all the time.
It's mental,
And then
innit?
the other ones again were even worse.
How's that happened though?
And Instagram. I
Think
think
so?
they're all
Social
counselling each other.
Right.
We were actually talking about this recently, right? Like, see if you don't like somebody and you've been pals for ages and you just slowly drift apart.
Uh-huh.
Do you need to tell them that you're not going to be pals anymore, or you
Yeah.
just slowly drift apart? What do you do? Do you go and tell them
No.
we're not being pals
Drift
anymore?
apart, aye,
Aye.
just drift
See
apart.
now, this is a thing. It's like they will literally say, "Our season of friendship is over,
Wow.
and we have to go in our different directions."
Different journeys.
I'm
That's
just going to say you just don't need to say anything.
Aye. They're dead like up front and cutting all the time. I say to you all
Yeah.
the time, don't I?
Yeah.
Like, the young ones are dead fucking cutting. Like see the day, like when I walked in the day and I had the clothes on right and I had that overshirt and I was like, I said to Robin, I went, what do you think of this? And she went, nah. And I was like, what do you mean nah? And she went, nah. The shorts, pff, nah. And I was like,
Devastated.
aye.
And the thing
I
is,
said,
but
I've never changed your clothes.
they're also not offended either.
No.
Aye.
They're so like they're either not very easily offended. It's
Fucking
weird.
scary, man.
It's a
Why, I
different
just
breed.
don't get how it all changes like that.
I know.
It's mental, isn't it?
Whereas all of
Different
us,
breed,
we were all so paranoid. See, when we were like
Yeah.
teenagers, we were all paranoid at school and all that. It was
Aye.
like you basically don't want to stick out to anybody.
Yeah.
Aye.
Everyone wants to fit in. We all wear a complete uniform exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's not like that
The
anymore.
least
No.
we bit of weakness was getting fucking jumped on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Aye. It's like, what's that movie where the 21 Jump Street, when they go back to school and it's
Yep.
like, no, with two-strap now and all that. Like,
Yep.
with two-strap bags
Yeah.
was never a
That
thing.
was it,
Dora the Explorer, was
Their,
it? It
their
was-
impression.
yeah.
Did they?
No, I'm not doing any more impressions.
Oh,
No.
My name
Finish
is
with
Jane.
it. Go.
No.
Finish with it.
What impression?
What?
Do the wee
impression?
Jeff one.
Oh, yes.
My name is Jeff.
Yeah,
That one,
love
I
it.
can't do that one. Have you seen any of the impressions? No.
I have. I've seen your sorting hat.
It's good, isn't it?
It's very good.
It's good. I don't want this to be about impressions because
Can you
the
do any
episode
more?
that went out like
Do you
just
know why
before
he's
you
saying
came
that?
here.
Because he done John Fury and it was shite
Not
last
like
week.
Paul, wasn't it? No shite. Fuck off, Paul. It was John Fury was good, but the Mickey Mouse, I like totally lost street cred because that episode's going out today, right? It's no funny, man.
The Mickey Mouse.
Aye, I'm not doing it. Don't ask me to do it.
Should we
Right?
try and do
No.
If I do it, would you do it?
Can you do it?
I think I could.
Go then.
Oh, on the spot. Can you do it first?
I can do Gru.
No,
Oh.
do it.
Hello, everybody.
No, that's really good.
know.
I now can't do Mickey.
Right.
And I can't do it.
I'm not fucking doing it again, man.
can't.
I'm mortified. I actually watched the episode back and I was like, what the fuck
Mate, I was
thinking
howling.
about, man? And because you're laughing at me, that's no funny. And I was just like, what am I thinking about, man? It's just this big stupid idiot.
Right, we need to finish. So you got to
Are we
finish.
done?
Aye.
What?
Have we?
Already? I haven't
is-
even told you any of my funny stories.
8 o'clock.
Fucking hell, man.
You're
I've got
kidding.
questions and everything.
Done.
Right, come back. We'll ask you questions. We
I've,
did
actually got,
questions
I've, got,
episode.
I've got a whole list of funny stories I haven't even told you.
Bill, come on, yours.
Oh no, do you really want to
We
come
would
into
get
the lion's
eaten-
den?
I feel as if I would get eaten alive after me. What did you say about Harriet? Is that how they speak? No, it's not. Oh, no!
Is this,
wrong with you, man?
is this the part we get to where he says he's never watched an episode?
Fuck, no, I have.
You don't
I have.
help yourself.
That wasn't Elia Lauren, by the way. That's not how they sound. Right?
Good thing is they don't sort things out like your dad. They'll not come and batter you.
Aye, but they'll tear me apart with words. I don't want that. Right, mate. Don't
Many
look at me
times
like
have you tried to offend somebody
that.
in
Aye,
this
don't look at
episode?
me like
man?
fucking made
That's going to be the title.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, the
Thanks
title.
for
What is the title?
So fuck. That's what the title's
So
going to be.
So fuck.
thanks for coming on. It's
Thanks
been
for
a
having
pleasure.
me.
We'll
I've
definitely
loved
have
it.
you back again, and we'll fucking finish it off properly, man.
Get another 2 chairs and I'll bring the girls.
That's an idea.
Aye, we wouldn't get a word in, man. Would we?
You probably wouldn't be able to talk the first 5 minutes or so.
I'm fucking still on edge.
Just so you know, see when they come in, Ailey's the oldest, Lauren's after that, and then it's me.
What age are they?
35, 33, 31.
Right, okay. Fuck. You said you were 33? Are you 30?
No, I'm 31.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm
It's
fucking
actually
so-
fine. Age thing doesn't bother me.
I'm so... Aye, no much. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell, man.